Hello, everybody. Welcome to my talk. I am here to talk about the high five habit. I am on chapter 14, finished with that one, and it's an amazing one because it talks about manifestation, and I am into that. I have my vision board, which I did a YouTube thing on a couple months ago, maybe. Uh, but I look at that baby every day. It's like a reminder of the things I want, even though the book and this chapter says that there is something in your brain that when you really want something, it's gonna show, it's gonna give you glimpses of that at every moment that it can, so you won't remember what you want. So it's good to look at it and see it and remember what you want. It's good to journal it, write it, because if you write it, it goes from your pen, from your hand to your brain as a reminder. And and the thing is, I know I've said it before, but it's not about saying I want a diamond ring and it's gonna appear on your finger. It's because I do have a diamond ring on my vision board. I've had it since the day that they told me that I could do a vision board, Paola Herrera. Um, I said, what is it that I want? And I always wanted, I never, and I know I've said it too, but for my wedding, I didn't get a ring. I didn't even get what is it? When they asked for my hand, I didn't get a ring. I didn't. So I thought, the first thing I thought when I said, what do you really want? Put a picture of it on here. And I go, I want a ring because I see like everybody you see, not everybody, but mostly everybody that's married, they'll like be talking and they have it there and they're married, and I don't wear a ring because I had a wedding band. Somebody broke into the house and I didn't have it on because of whatever reason, and they stole it. So now I can't put it on even if I wanted to because it's gone. So I'm gonna buy myself one if somebody doesn't give it to me before. Um, but I'm saving for it because I put it on my thing, and I started doing the vision board a couple years ago. 2020. 2020 was my year of opening to all the possibilities. But so since then it's 2022, and I'm not gonna get that ring till 2023. So I've been saving a little bit because I can't save a lot because I'm paying off my debt. That's another thing that's been on my um, vision board since 2020. And I knew these things are going to be slow from the beginning. You have to be patient, which I am, and just save, put most of it to the debt, but save a little bit. I cannot put everything there because you need emergency fund and other things. Therefore, I will be prepared for it in April of 2023. But it's the small steps that you make to get to where you want. And I've been doing that. I've been working 2 jobs. I've been trying to do Beachbody. I get at least gas money from that every other week because it's every 2 weeks, like that's how they pay. But I've been working very hard these 3 years, two, almost 3 years. Um, Actually, it's been because I just had 1 year anniversary in July for working at the Pops. So, a year and a couple months that I've been working very hard. And so, I forgot what I was saying, but it's all about motivating yourself. Okay, so the vision board and all this manifestation stuff is helping you see what you want for the future so you could work towards it, so you can't forget that you're working towards that. Because if it's just in your mind, there's so many things in your mind that it gets lost in there. So it's nice to have a vision board, and it's nice to journal. I was journaling for a while, and then it was just overwhelming, the amount of work and stuff that I do, that I said, okay, I don't have to write it every day, because I see my vision board every day when I wake up. This is where I sleep. I sleep facing that way, so when I open my little eyes, beep, that's what I see. And I just smile because I know I'm going to get everything on that vision board. Anywho, so the chapter is okay. It says, okay, you may not want to read this chapter, because I guess, I don't know, because I don't hear people say bad things about it, and I love manifestation. But she thought we were going to be upset to have a chapter of manifesting in her book. I was happy to read the story, because it's a story about her seeing a painting that cost $3,000 at a restaurant, and her just standing there looking at it for a long time, and knowing in her bones that she was going to get this at some time. And through the chapter it says that it took 11 years before she got that painting, which was $3,000 when it was on the wall. And when she came back, I think she said 10 years later, the painting was gone. But the painter of the painting supplied the restaurant with all the paintings, and then they would sell the paintings, and they would have new pretty paintings all over the place. So they gave her, Mel Robbins, the phone number to the painter, so they could see if maybe she could hunt down the painting. And the painter, in her lifetime of painting, has only done 2 replicas of paintings that she's done. And the one that was at the restaurant, she sold, and the other one she has in her studio. So there's a big story, but I'm not going to tell you all of it, because I'm running out of time. But she meets the painter and her husband, and the painter tells her, I had that here, and I didn't know what to do with it, and I just had it, displayed in her place where she paints, and she just couldn't let it go or sell it or whatever. And so when Mel Robbins went to see it, she couldn't afford $3,000. So her husband asked, so how much are you going to, sell it to us for? And she sold it to them for $500, because the painter said that she probably hadn't sold it in all these years, because the painting was there waiting for Mel Robbins to come and get it. So she thought it was like an amazing thing in her heart, that this whole thing happened, because of course Mel told her the story, and she gave it to her for $500, probably just the cost of the paint and the canvas and stuff. But since I love manifestation, I love that story. It was amazing. And so now let me tell you about the Zeigarnik effect, which is, the RAS, which he's talked about all over the chapters in this book, is something in your brain that is like a filter, and it doesn't let things in. It usually lets things in that you want, like the stuff on your vision board, the stuff on your journal. And so it makes them important once they're in your RAS, and you find little glimpses of it everywhere, because your RAS wants to tell you, oh, look, this is the way to get the stuff that you have on your vision board. And then there's this other thing. The Zeigarnik effect, which I read on this chapter, this is the mental coding I've been telling you about. It's called the Zeigarnik effect, which I mentioned, and I guess you mentioned it in chapter 10. I wonder if I mentioned it in my summary of chapter 10. But when you are intentional about visualizing something that's important to you, your brain takes note and adds it to the mental checklist labels. This is important and stores it in your subconscious. Don't you love that? Okay. And she says, which I thought was really cool, this means that your dream or goal is always in the background as unfinished business, and your mind will look for every chance it gets to remind you of it. The RAS will scan the world and place reminders in your conscious mind. And this is important. That's why when that's why even when you say it's too late, your goal and dreams haunt you. It's why Eduardo, she talked about him earlier. You want to be an actor, if you remember that chapter. Um, will always think about California. Why I will always think of being the New York Times bestseller. It's why you see red Acuras when you want one. You may want to forget, but thanks to your Zeigarnik effect, your mind won't forget. So, we all have that, and if we do not accomplish our dream that's in our I need to read that, Zeigarnik effect, and your RAS is going to keep showing you things about it, and you're going to be depressed because you never reached it. So you need to work to get to the things that you want, or else they're going to haunt you because they're going to be in your brain forever. So start working, people. It's not too late. And then it talks about manifesting done right. So she talks about visualization, like when you want something, for example, I want that ring. So I visualize myself. I go into Costco, my favorite place in the world, and look at the jewelry there and kind of look and see, because I know what my budget is, and see the things that I could buy and the things I can, and what type of stone I want, what is my favorite, which one I'm willing to buy if it's going to be within my budget. There's other ones that I like a lot, but they're colored. They're not the wedding ones. So I want a wedding one. So I went with my daughter the other day, and she says, just get both of them, Mom. And I go, you know what? You're right. I'm going to get this one first, and then I'm going to get the other one. But, you go, you look at it, and then you look at your account, and then you say, well, I have enough money by this day, and I might not, so then I might grab a little bit from, other places, or work a little bit harder on my beach body and make a little bit more than gas money, and whatever excess I have, then I could put it in there. It's the small steps you take to get there that help you get there, right? And that's why you do the vision board, and that's why you write about it, because when you write, you might say, oh, today I found the $20 bill on the floor, and I'm going to grab it, and I'm going to go deposit it on that savings that I have for my ring, and little things like that. And little things do start happening where you say, oh my goodness, this is going to help me do this. And it's a really cool feeling. Plus, you get that cool feeling of, accomplishment, like, oh, I did this, so I'm going to be able to do this. And I love it. You guys should try it. And, because it talks about, most people think that if you say, I want that ring, that the next day it's going to show up on your finger. They think that's what manifestation is, and it's not. You cannot just wish on something and you get it, unless you have Aladdin somewhere around you. But you could wish it, put it on your board, have it in your RAS and your Zeigarnik effect, and work towards it every day. Don't forget about it, and you will get it. let me see what else. I was gonna say something else. Your mind is designed to. Oh, this is just the title of the last little chapter, and this your mind is designed to help you achieve your dreams. So use it. Use it, people. Use your mind to help you achieve your dreams. If you think about it and then think of ways to help you get to where you want, you're gonna get there. You're gonna get there, and it's gonna be fun because it's fun to realize that it's helping you get to where you want. And with that, my friends, I leave you. I love this chapter. I love manifestation. I love the vision boards. I love journaling because you write it down and you're smiling. You know what else? Like when you're meditating, and I do this one meditation with this little girl, and it just tells you that meditation is about you and your family and what you want with your family. And of course, I've been having a situation here, but I could like see what I want and how I want to wake up and how I want them to just smile at me all the time and love me. And it's really nice to at least see it coming in the future, and it puts a smile on your face, at least, while you're thinking about it, and helps you have hope for the future, right? And that's, the last thing that dies is hope and faith. And I have hope and I have faith for me and for all of us to work towards what we need, what we want, what will make us happy, because that's what life is about. Life is about working towards getting yourself to a happy place. That's what we want. Everybody just wants to be happy and peace and relaxed, and you do have to work for it. It's not just something that's given to you, and you're not going to get it by just sitting there watching TV, because watching TV just makes you see, or live what you might want in the lives of these characters that are playing on TV. And it's not going to happen with you just watching. You have to get up and go and do it yourself. With that, I leave you for real, because I think I said that already. But bye. I'll see you next week. It's coming to an end, and I'm excited because I actually am loving this book, but I really want to read the 5, 4, 3, 2, 1 book, because I already love it without even reading it. I know I'm going to love it more when I read it, and I will talk to you about that one, because I think that's the next one I'm going to read. And post on Thursdays to you, so you guys know. Maybe you want to read them yourself, but at least you know a little summary of what they're all about. Bye, and thank you for watching, and I hope you watch next week.